Thank you. I'm sorry that we're running just a little late. Um, I did want to make one announcement first. Some of you who've been coming to the festival for a long time remember when we used to have Dusty Cole and his wife, Lady Joan Cole. Dusty started the Toronto Film Festival, and he started it after meeting Roger at the Cannes Film Festival and took the idea back to Canada. That's how the Toronto Film Festival was started. And Dusty and Joan used to come to Ebertfest every year, and then Dusty passed away. And Joan continued coming to Ebertfest. She was here last year. Well, about 2 months ago, she passed away. So I just wanted to let you know, because we've been getting a lot of people asking, where is Joan this time? And I visited Joan in Toronto. She was in a nursing home, and because actually, when she was here last year, she couldn't stay for the whole festival. She got sick, and her daughter had to take her on a plane to go back to Toronto, and pretty much after that, she was admitted to a facility, for a medical facility. And so when I was in Toronto, I went to visit her, and Joan has she had these piercingly beautiful eyes and a beautiful singing voice. And so we sat and we sang lots of songs. And then at one point, Joan stopped and looked and asked, what day did Roger pass away? And I told her, and she said, yeah, I know. She said, I remember we heard even here, it was really sad. She said, but he visits me. And I said, really? And her daughter said, Mom, you don't know what you're talking about. And she said, yes, I do. She said, some little sparkly lights come, and then Roger comes into her room. And I said, well, what does he talk about? She said, he told us the movies we're showing at the nursing home aren't very good. And I believe her. So anyway, I know that some of you were missing Joan, and we miss her too, and I just wanted to let you know where she is. Well, that wasn't the way to say it, but why she's not here. I don't know where she is. She could be with Roger, and they could be looking at movies in the sky. But now for we have a guest this evening who's been to Ebertfest several times before. He was here with his first movie, Man Push Cart, and Ramin Barani. And for those of you who are new, he's won numerous awards for his films, including multiple prizes for Best Film, the Someone to Watch Independent Spirit Award, and a Guggenheim Fellowship. He's an acclaimed writer, director. He had a film at Any Prize that was nominated for the Golden Lion at the 2012 Venice Film Festival. He is currently a professor of film at Columbia University's graduate film program in New York City, and he is working on a new film called 99 Homes, which stars Andrew Garfield and Michael Shannon. Ooh, yeah. And Ramin is, when Steve James was doing Life Itself, and he said he didn't know, even though we had known Steve for over 20 years and we lived in the same city, Steve said he didn't know that filmmakers and critics could have anything other than a relationship where, you review a film and that's it. And then he noticed when he was shooting the film that Ramin Barani came and visited Roger in the hospital on Christmas Day, and he said, I feel like I missed out on something all these years. I didn't know that the directors could do that or that Roger could be friends with them. Well, you know, sometimes it just happened organically. There was still a very professional wall between Roger and the filmmakers that he was friends with, but you know, sometimes in life you just meet people and you become friends, and that's it. And Ramin was one of those people, and he's actually a talented filmmaker, and he is just a guy with a good heart, and he's a good friend, and I'm really happy to have him here tonight to introduce this film, Goodbye Solo, Ramin Barani.
Hello. Jazz, thank you for everything you said. I'm so happy to be here because it's such an amazing cinema with such a humongous screen, which doesn't exist anymore, and mainly because of you. It's such a warm audience that reminds me of Roger and his spirit. Chaz, if you remember, you emailed me about the statue and asked, what do I think about it? Is it good? Should it be this way? Will it become a spectacle of some sort? Would it be a kind of honorable? I said I think it's perfect because people can sit next to it and touch it and interact with it, and that's kind of the way Roger was. I think we can talk more after the film about the movie, but also about Roger, who changed my life, changed my career as a filmmaker, and who I communicated with about movies, but mainly about books and about life. And in many ways, this film, Goodbye Solo, has to do with wanting to leave life. In many ways, it has to do with accepting death or acknowledging that death is part of life. But I don't think we can appreciate life or laugh and enjoy life if we don't know that death is right next door to it. And I don't think they're so disconnected from one another. Maybe they're kind of intermingled. So you can laugh anyway. So I hope you enjoy the film, and I look forward to talking after it's done. Thank you.